Yo, shalom. I'm doing a video response to this interview with Malik Yoba, Judge Joe Brown. Sister had it uploaded on YouTube. You can watch it. I think her name is Valerie Denise Jones. And she had Malik Yoba to come on and speak. He spoke first. And then Judge Joe Brown came in with his, bigotry, right, regarding LGBT. And Brother Malik made some good points, but even Brother Malik kind of took me by surprise when he said he never dated a trans woman, and if I quote right, he said he never been in a relationship with a trans woman. I'd probably deal with that in another video, but that took me like, hold on, what, Brother Malik? Because like I said, I'm married to a trans woman of color. So in 2 years, I've been married. So it's, anyway, so, but then, Judge Joe Brown starts to call in, and he starts to go into this rhetoric about how LGBT is wrong, it's bad, mental illness, person trans, and he'll talk all the stuff that people talk at his old age. He's like what, 60 something, 67, 68, Judge Joe Brown, and but during Brother Malik talked to Judge Joe Brown, he basically was telling him about a trans man he knew that served in the military for 20 years. And he didn't really know that until after the person told him that there was a trans man. And he's basically explained his experience in the military for 20 years as like anybody else, right? And just showing, kind of in a sense, I don't use the term normalizing, but basically showing how LGBT, especially trans people, are not people's problem. So Judge Joe Brown's time to speak, he gets to, this, that, and the other, talking his, rhetoric. And during the midst of it, they kind of go back and forth, tempers flare a little bit. And Brother Malik, the phone, I think the call just dropped. And Judge Joe Brown is still on the line, but Brother Malik Yoba is not. So it had the host, the woman, Valerie, I believe, and others to speculate that he probably hung up, which he probably did. And if he did hang up, it's kind of, making him and kind of the community look bad. That's kind of what they're looking for, is somebody who is not going to be standing firm on, your creed or your beliefs. So they go on this tyrant, the sister go at it about Malik Yoba, how she put all this work together. And I understand how she could be upset. I would probably be upset too if I, but then, and I felt like I said, dang, Malik, you could have basically shut Judge Joe Brown down with these two things. With him, because when you mentioned how about people who are trans serving in the military, Judge Joe Brown tried to, skip past that. He tried to move around that, right? The people that you think are crazy, got a problem, they're risking their lives every day, to protect Judge Joe Brown. I don't know if Judge Joe Brown served in the military, but you have people who are trans who die alongside straight, cis people. You know what I mean? Who do a line of work that people don't want to do. They sacrifice their lives. And then on that, who is Judge Joe Brown to judge anybody? If y'all remember the video he had, I think a couple of years ago when he was drunk in public. Yeah, I need you to be a GYT. He had the two young women. He was drunk as a skunk. Just talking crazy stuff to him. I need you to be my granddaughter. I need my son to bring one of y'all home so I can have a daughter-in-law, And I'm like, wow, who is this guy to, tell somebody, the LGBT people, they have a problem and what they should do. He's protected womanhood and standing up for manhood or something like that. His quote is, right. And but you're drunk in public. I guess it was public, a private place, whatever. And there's people around, advocating that these, as he say, fine young women be his daughter-in-law. Told one of them he wants one of them to be his granddaughter. I need you to be my granddaughter. Yeah, be my granddaughter. Yeah, you make an old man feel good. And, oh, yeah, y'all just a pretty. I mean, and you had women say, that sound creepy, and he feeling on one of them, waist or buttocks area. There's all this kind of stuff, to be a judge. And, we're human. But why become a judge if you're going to hold people to the same standard that you're not living by. You're a man, be a man, stand up, do this and do that, right? Walk upright and you behave. But then when you're not on the bench or when you're not in your you're drunk and talking all kind of crazy stuff and sounding creepy, like a creepy old drunk uncle or something, Then on top of that, if the story is right, I believe that you apologize to the LGBT community. I think in 2014, I believe it was, when you was, I think, trying to be a DA, I think district attorney in Shelby County. If I have it right, correct me, but I had pulled up the archives on that. But they claim they got it from your Facebook page. So if that's not a real apology or quote, whoever, Judge O'Brien, whoever, somebody can correct me and let me know. But when I pulled up, you was apologizing. All that stuff that you said on that interview was very contrary to what you said in 2014. And like I said, it's a whole lot of stuff. So, like I said, but you have people who are black and who are judges like Judge Mathis who support black LGBT. All right. And we all know those who have this issue, who can't stand gay or LGBT people, mainly because they have an attraction that they have not dealt with. There has been countless so-called black leaders who have been found or have been caught in the same act that they were passing laws against. Okay, you have so many people who are anti, from who Eddie Long is one of the examples, but there's so many others of people. But I just wanted to say that, and I hope Brother Malik didn't didn't forfeit. Then I'm still having an issue with you saying you never been with a trans woman, like you was telling Judge O'Brien in the interview. You never been with a trans woman, never had a relationship. So I guess you just talk. You never dated a trans woman, been in a relationship. So I guess he was just talking about as far as relationships. But I thought you were, you had a trans girlfriend, a person you was seeing or whatever. So that's just and that had me kind of thinking like, wow, Malik, like, okay, what's this all about? And I hope it ain't so. But yeah, that's just my thing. So like I said, I feel like it could have been a very good interview, could have really went well if that didn't happen. And it could have been some technical difficulties, and it could have been, Malik just dropping the call or just hanging up. I don't know. But yeah, I just kind of want to put my piece on that. Like you could have just shut Judge O'Brien just off of that. That video of him, getting drunk and that apology he had. But if you didn't know about that, you could have stuck to, hey, you have people who are LGBT who are dying alongside straight people every day, cis people every day, who are risking their lives and their freedom, who are away from their family. Just like, black people serving in the military. You hate black people, but you have black people, serving on behalf of everybody. So you have trans people who are serving on the behalf of everybody in this country. So regardless of how I feel about politics and the military and all of that, but just on that alone, you have to take a double look. But there's many other things. So even if you're not really that educated, and Brother Malik, that's why I was, saying too, like, people gonna come at you. People gonna come at you hard. And even my wife, she was like, she was hoping too that you was ready for what was to come, because people gonna come at you hard. You're gonna get it from both sides, from the girls and everybody else. So not all the girls, but you're gonna get it from a good amount of girls. You're gonna get it from a good amount of people who claim they straight or claim they know us or claim whatever. So yeah, I just want to put it out there. Say it ain't so on both sides. I was kind of disappointed on both sides. And then, yeah, it's just like people say that stuff. They say one thing, but then when somebody else was in office, they were apologizing. But anyway, we're going to leave it at that. And yeah. So, yeah, and then you said to my pedophilia, everybody is against pedophilia. Judge O'Brien said, yeah, everybody's against pedophilia. Everybody know that's wrong. But, yeah, I need you to be one of my granddaughters, young lady. Yeah, granddaughter? Yeah, you my granddaughter. Yeah, I need some young women like y'all to make me feel, woo, so good. Oh, yeah, that's right there, baby. Come here. Yeah, TYLB. And it's like you was about to try to start your own alphabet community. You a AYTWLG, a pretty young tenderoni. Some crap you were saying in your drunk, but but that's okay. You can judge, but we can't judge you.